All right, so this is a 2001 BMW 325 E46 platform with the lower control arm bushings have gone bad. So I'm going to do a relatively quick how-to video on how to change the lower control arm bushings. I'm going to use a 16mm or a 5/8 socket. Loosen the brackets from the chassis. One side. Okay, both brackets are loose. Now the next step is to peel back this little donut spring guy. Peel that back a little bit. And this one here, we're going to do the same thing. On the back side, pop that one out, come over here, pop that one out. Now what I usually do to try to help get these off a little bit easier is right in between where the bushing sits on the arm, give it a little WD-40 or some kind of penetrating lube. And I've used several different ways of taking these off of the arms before, but usually you grab hold of the darn thing, you start twisting, and if that WD-40 gets in there and you get it to turn, it'll come off without too much hassle. There we go, one side off. This one's going to be a little more stubborn. Get a little more leverage on this. As you can see, sometimes you put up a little bit more of a fight than others. Here it comes. Whoop. Alright, both sides have been removed. Take a little bit of brake parts cleaner on a towel here, wipe off the end of the arm. Get those all cleaned up nice. the new brackets are actually marked left and right. I like to use just a couple of drops of regular old dish soap as a lubricant. Put a little dish soap on my finger, rub it inside there. Now the bushing needs to sit like that. It's got a little recessed area that sits up into the chassis here. You make sure it's facing the right way. Line up the little hex on there and push it on. Sometimes I use a little persuasion. Boom. Slides right on with that little bit of dish soap. And once again, I'll drop a dish soap on my finger, work it around in there. Make sure it's facing the right direction. Line up the little flats on the hex and push it on. Now it was quite nice that the bushing kit that I bought came with brand new bolts. So you just swing the arm back up there. Oops. Those 16mm bolts put back up in there. All right, and the last step is making sure those bolts are good and tight. So I'm going to use my torque wrench here. We're going to set this at 45 foot-pounds. Snug them up a little first. Lower bushings are back on, and one thing I had done before we started this was remove the cross brace here. Obviously being a little awkward getting this bad boy put on. I'm just gonna have to drop the bolts in my face again. And 2 more bolts. Run those up. All right. And there you have it, BMW control arm bushings done in about 10 minutes or so.